you just eat honey off the floor? Hello, this is Greg from Mystery Honey, and I'm going to fact check this video.
Have you had turmeric plus honey before? Packed with the power of turmeric, nature's anti-inflammatory.
This is actually kind of true. Turmeric has been under a lot of study recently because they've found that it has some anti-inflammatory effects. But before we go into that, into the big detail of this, let's figure out why we have inflammation to begin with. So inflammation is actually a really complex physiological and pathological process. It's usually an adaptive response of the body to deal with harmful stimuli to keep homeostasis, so our body taking over. There's two types of inflammation. There is short-term, which is acute, and then there's long-term, which is chronic. Generally, the acute inflammation doesn't cause too much trouble. It can be a bit of a nightmare for a little bit, but it's usually short-lived. Now, when it comes to chronic inflammation, that's where we have big issues. And this is where a lot of the studies have come into it to try and figure out if we can use turmeric in some way to reduce this inflammation. The active ingredient inside turmeric is called curcumin, or curcumin. Curcumin anyway. Now, standard turmeric powder only contains about 3% of this active ingredient, so it's not a lot. And it's not really absorbed by the body very well either. So just eating powdered turmeric isn't going to make a big effect. Even when using root extract, so genuinely just getting the roots, chopping them up and throwing them in, it's not going to make a massive difference either. The studies have stated that you need a very high dose of this curcumin to actually have a decent effect and lower your inflammation. The best effects of taking this curcumin is by taking 500 to 2,000 milligrams per day. And usually you need some sort of way of making it more absorptive for your body. So I think black pepper extract is usually used as well. So yeah, this honey has been flavoured with turmeric, but it's not going to help anything, I'm afraid. And this encroaches in my first point about Just Be. A lot of the products don't stand up to scrutiny by trading standards rules. You're allowed to say specific things about your products if they have certain materials of a certain concentration. If they are wanting to sell this as a type of medicine, then they'd have to go through the herbal medicine route, which costs money and a lot of time. So they're not doing that. They're just stating it's a type of medicine instead, without going through the proper channels where it could be checked by labs, etc. This means that they are lying to you, and they're relying wholly on the fact that there's not enough trading standards officers to come and actually enforce the rules against them. It's not nice.
This immune boosting superstar turmeric plus honey combines rich raw honey.
So these guys have beehives in the UK, but they get the majority of their honey from abroad. God knows where. I don't know if it is actually raw honey. And if you see how easily they lie about the turmeric helping, it makes you wonder.
With the goodness of curcumin, perfect for soothing aches and pains, supporting joints and giving you a natural energy lift.
Unless you're eating a whole tub of this stuff, it's probably not going to make a difference, I'm afraid. And even then, you've just eaten a whole jar of honey, so that's probably going to have some negative effects.
All in a deliciously smooth spoonful. Stir into tea, drizzle over food, or enjoy straight from the jar like me.
Maybe don't eat it off the floor like him though, yeah?
Feel the golden difference today.
So trading standards in the UK require you to be honest about your product, to have science-based evidence if you make any claims about your products, and not to mislead your customers either. If you want to look this up, it is the Nutrition and Health Claims Regulation EC number 1924/2006. This means that you can't say that your honey or your food product can cure, can ease any ailments, can do anything of such, because it's a food, not a medicine. If you're wanting it to be a medicine, then you'll need to go through the right procedures. You need to get it tested by labs, and you need to have it authorized to be stated on your actual product. Now, when it comes to Just Be, they have put all the way through their website the different things that the honey can do. So they add vitamins into the honey. They changed the name of the honey. So in the UK, you're not allowed to put anything in front of honey, apart from like wildflower, or like if it's a monoculture, then heather honey or borage honey or something along those lines. You're not allowed to put terms like vitamin honey or turmeric plus honey, because it's just not allowed. So these guys are already pushing the law just by naming their products what they name them. As I said before, these guys are just relying on the fact that there's just not enough trading standard officers to actually police the regulations out there. And a lot of people do it in the UK. The fact that they think that they can get away with it is just, it's underhanded, and it's not something that I like. Anyway, I'm going to find some more information about these guys because they cropped up on my Facebook at one point. This is where this advert's come from, and it's just rubbed me in the wrong way. So I'm going to do a bit more researching about them, and then I'll do a full-on video about them at some point later on, because it's underhanded and it's not nice tricking people. Anyway, have a good day.